why it sounded so bad.
What sounded
I was
so
getting.
bad?
I opened up my Twitch and I was getting it kind of like delayed, so I was hearing the music from two places.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't do that, David. We are live,
Hey,
y'all.
yeah, no, I can see that. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Illuminated Page. This is our fortnightly Call of Cthulhu game. This is our episode. What did you say? 12, Roxy?
We are episode 12, yes.
Yeah, we're live here. We're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu 7th edition tonight. Playing through the Masks of Nyarlathotep adventure. If you haven't watched the first 11 episodes, you might want to, because there's some important stuff there. But tonight I'm joined by Shawn Parks playing Detective Aaron Lockhart.
Hello.
Shawn Thompson playing Bobby Boom Boom Blackwood.
What? You introduced me not second this time, Matt.
I know.
I was all ready. Forget it.
I don't have my notes.
Forget it.
I've got David McFarland playing Professor Dalphus Hardgrove.
You gonna say hi, David?
I did. I waved. Did I?
Well, say vocals. We have to hear you.
And then I've got
Hello.
Roxanne.
Exactly.
I've got Roxanne Thompson playing Ms. Jewell Rumtree. Ms.
Hello. Hello.
And we are playing in 1926. I think we're in late February. I think I don't.
Yeah,
have
mid
my
to,
notes.
mid to late February.
Pushing the end of February.
This is how I got off dates the last time, but we'll probably just choose a date here shortly if I can't find my notes. And we are currently in Egypt. We started in New York, went to London, hid in France, and then now we're in Egypt.
You know, you do what you can do.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
what you
So
can
We were a little worse for wear before we hit France.
This is true.
That was rough. A rough time. So last game, last official game, the group went and met the museum curator at the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Last unofficial game, Bobby went back and spoke with the curator again, and it was introduced to the British Tea Society, and was given some more information. So as of right now, I don't think that
was I really?
Right now, I don't think the group knows that he went. Is that correct, Bobby?
That is definitely correct.
Fantastic. All right, so let's open up. Are you headed back after your clandestine meeting to go meet back up, or to tell the group about it, or are you just going to not tell them?
I'll tell them a little bit, but more likely I'll let them sleep, and then I'll tell them in the morning over breakfast or something.
Okay, cool. So you guys, I guess, you go to bed that night and wake up early the next morning.
We slept soundly. I did. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I slept fine.
It's hot. I couldn't get to sleep till way late.
I suppose growing up down in Georgia helped with that a little bit. I didn't move north until I was much older.
Morning, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Morning, Bobby.
Morning, Bobby. Good.
You're already looking at me.
Because you said that very strangely, Bobby, and you look a little different this morning.
Not too much reason to be looking that different, honestly.
It's the least paranoid I've seen you look in probably 6 weeks.
Well, I decided to expand my horizons a little, make a few friends here in town.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
Friends.
I don't know if I like the sound of that. We're barely making friends amongst the four of us. I can't imagine why you'd be inclined to make friends out there, considering, 98% of the people we've met have either died horribly or gone crazy.
Or want to kill us.
You've got some strong points there. But no, I reached out to a group of what would y'all call us?
What are you talking about?
I guess
a group
you-
of what?
Dilettantes, debutantes, bunch of people around
Bunch
here.
of rich people like you
Yeah,
that don't know what baking soda is?
yeah. How'd you hear about that?
Oh, I wonder. I don't know. See one, you've seen them all, I guess. It's my assumption.
Maybe, but no, I think I found maybe I found us some allies locally, maybe.
That would be nice.
Well, I mean, we did meet that wonderful professor over at the museum. That he actually seemed like he not only had information, but he was very kind and didn't seem like he wanted to kill us.
Yeah, but none of them seem like they want to kill us.
That's not true.
The-
That's not true.
The guy at the dig site definitely wanted to kill us.
Yeah. I mean, we've met some
Well-
people that it seems pretty obvious. I don't know. He seemed he could have killed us, I guess is what I'm saying, Aaron. He had a weapon in his hand potentially, and he didn't.
That is true.
So far, that has not been the case. If someone finds a weapon in their hands and it's trained at us, it seems like it's gone off or been hurled at us in some fashion. So,
Well, let's just say that for the moment, I don't even know how to describe this, but the thing is that all around the world, I guess, unfortunately or fortunately, the high society people seem to all have the same problem:
Taxes?
too much money?
boredom.
Did you say taxes?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that too.
Yeah, you've been to New York. You've seen how many of them pay taxes. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you say boredom?
Boredom, yeah.
Is that what y'all have? Interesting.
In droves, yeah.
In droves, okay.
So you're saying that you met with a bunch of hobbyists?
Yes. A bunch of people not too dissimilar from me, but unfortunately are definitely a little bit far outside the loop of what we know. Like they don't really they think they believe, much like I thought I believed, but they don't believe yet.
So you're saying that a group of people that are similar to Carlisle that got involved in some stuff that they shouldn't have, or these are people that...
More similar to me that aren't involved in anything yet.
Gotcha.
People who have money, education, and backgrounds who are out here and unfortunately looking for anything they can do. I don't even know how to describe beyond that. But the thing is that, so they think they believe in stuff. They think they've got a lot of knowledge, but it's not like they've actually seen anything. Does that make sense?
So they're seekers. They're looking for the
Yeah.
truth in the darkness.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. And unlike a lot of other people I've seen, because, God, the stupid parties in New York where people bring out a Ouija board or something else and they think that they know some sort of dark mystery is kind of ridiculous. So I don't really go for those kind of parties, but they're out there. But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I think I'm following you. So you met with some people that dabble in, dare I say, magic and occult things, and they might be of help to us.
Yes. And they've also got influence.
Influence is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, I mean, how
How did
I
you
mean,
meet these
are we
people,
giving
Bob?
them trust right away, or are we just going to
Do
take
we
their
even know
word
where
for
he
it?
met these people? Like, how did you even get in touch with such a group? I mean, do you all have like a... Is there like a
handshake?
secret...
A wave?
Is there a... Yeah, is there a phone?
It takes, I guess, a little bit of recognition. And honestly, it was the professor at the museum.
See, that's all you
Dr.
had to
Khafour?
say. You didn't have to be so... You didn't have to be so, obscure and ambiguous about it.
I feel like it's something that I could do.
Us rich people, we have a way of just being able to tell. We can recognize one another.
Look,
Money smells money.
money does smell money. But the thing is
And you
that
smelled
honestly,
that on Dr. Khafour.
no, I could smell that he was a believer.
I was gonna say,
I went to go
I
talk.
didn't think that Dr. Khafour had any money, but if
No.
he is the true believer, and from what we've seen, he does have
Knowledge.
power and knowledge, then the people that Bobby was talking about would seek him out.
Yeah, but the thing is that he's about the only one in that group that believes.
Like truly believes, right?
Yeah, and I went to him more to this get an idea of what we're dealing with magically. I mean, that's what I wanted to know. And I found out things now that make me feel a little bit better. But at the same time, he knew people. And he was like, they would be willing to talk to you. And those people want anonymity for the most part. They don't really want to be known in this yet. But at the same time, they all feel a moral responsibility with what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I get the anonymity. I mean, I don't want to be involved in this, but here we are.
True.
Yeah.
I don't particularly wish to be involved, but they do, you said.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give them a chance.
They want to be involved to an extent.
Yeah. I told them right now I kind of don't want them involved that much unless we need them. Because honestly, I don't know how far to trust these guys.
Do you have any names for these people, Bobby?
I will give you the overall name. And we can always go back to Dr. Khafour and get more of it.
You don't know their individual names?
Well, they've asked for anonymity. They don't exactly want to be known. They don't want to be
Did
tied
you give
to
them our names?
No.
Okay.
No,
That
they know my name, but no. The thing is,
well,
they
if
call
they're
them
if the people in the same circle as you, I mean, they're going to recognize you probably from society pictures anyway. So I mean, that's not.
well. So they call themselves the British Tea Society.
Does that
About
ring a
right.
bell for anyone else?
Dalphus, roll intelligence. Yeah.
Jewell Rumtree jots this down on a little piece of paper. It looks like a letter she might have been writing.
Yes.
Would this have been something that I had encountered during the war as well? References to a British tea society?
No. No, you would not. Did you get a regular success, Dalphus?
No, an extreme success.
Okay.
He's
You
part
are
of it.
familiar with the British Tea Society. You know that a gentleman named Edward Turner runs it. You're not familiar with the other members. It would
wait.
be
What's the
like,
middle one?
What now?
Sorry. Is it hard success at the middle? What's the middle one?
Yeah, that's a hard.
That's it. Okay.
So you know Edward Turner. He is a junior ambassador at the British Embassy. The other members you're not familiar with. It would be similar to, like you being the professional football player, knowing about somebody's like amateur flag football league and the members in it. Like you're not like it. You're aware of them, but they're not.
More
They're
excuse
not
for
scholars.
Dolphins to be
They're
arrogant.
not important. They might be somebody you could have hit up for money at some point in time, but at the same time, normally your digs would be funded long before you got here, so that's not even a concern.
How long have they been
but you're-
established in Egypt?
Let me double check my numbers. I want to say a decade or so.
Okay.
Yeah, just over a decade.
So they would have been here when I was here before.
Yes. Probably didn't interact with them, at least not on purpose.
Okay.
Interesting. Do you tell us anything about it, Dalphus?
Well, Bobby was talking about them, right? So
Oh, that's true.
I would simply say, "Oh, I've heard of them." That's
Okay.
about it.
Well, one of the things I found out, which makes me feel a little bit better, is concepts of, well, honestly, magic. It looks like, to some extent, there are two types. There's like much more ritual-based magic with very minor effects, which have really don't bother you that much. But some of the stuff that's out there that's is messing with us, and we're messing with, is the really powerful and bad stuff, and it looks like that's the kind of stuff that can, drive a person insane or worse. And the museum curator understands, where these things are and how, and I was talking with him, how do you protect yourself? And I asked him, what is it that we need to do? Is there something that we're looking for to take on whatever's happening? I mean, I was like, so what is it that, what was Isis? What was it the goddess Isis did to stop the rise of this Black Pharaoh or whatever?
Well, I mean,
because it was a magician and Isis.
Well, it was
Wasn't it?
Sneferu, who was a pharaoh. That I mean, okay. Back home, and I'm sure any of you could attest to this to some degree. I mean, we've all got probably religious family members, right? And they all say that the Lord helped them through this, that, and the other. I mean, my grandmother used to say that, Jesus was the one that helped her do all kinds of stuff. But do I actually believe that Jesus himself actually helped her do this thing? I mean, I don't ever hear it that way. So when someone says a myth or a legend and says Isis did a thing, yeah, of course they believed it because that's their deity, and so they're looking for something. Men are looking for something higher than them to aspire to. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not like Sneferu or Snefaru or whatever his name was didn't do a great thing and get rid of this magician, but I mean, I don't know if I actually believe that Isis really did anything, or did they just attribute because of what her realm is. I
don't know.
Had you asked me 6 months ago, Miss Rumtree, I would be inclined to believe you. Given our recent events, I may be changing my mind.
All I know. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna support Bobby and say, honestly, I would have said y'all were crazy, but we just literally weeks ago saw Bobby sucked into a painting. So
and I'm not ignoring that.
If an Egyptian wizard is saying that a goddess helped a magician defeat the Black Pharaoh, I'm inclined to give that some credit, 100%.
Was Sneferu a magician, or are we talking about the Black Pharaoh?
This is Shawn talking notes. Sneferu defeated Nefarm Ka, and that's who's buried in Deshur.
Right.
I get the feeling, and this is the basis of it. And I may be completely off, or maybe I'm on
step away for.
Okay, that's fine.
I have to step away for 2 seconds. You guys keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
But and maybe I am completely off on this, but I get the feeling that we're going to hit a point that whatever we're fighting, the bullets aren't going to be what's going to defeat it.
Well, I agree with that. You're not.
And so I'm looking for answers. I want to know, and I don't.
And that's what Dr. Khafour was saying about that capstone. I mean, that's how they defeated. Well, something defeated the Black Pharaoh, and then the pyramid capstone is what's kept it in check all these centuries and years.
But now that capstone is broken and seems to have been removed.
In our possession at the moment. Where is that, by the way? We have that safely tucked away somewhere, correct, Ms. Rumtree?
I believe Dalphus has it. Correct.
Yeah, it would be here in our hotel room, I believe.
Yeah, it's with us somewhere.
And not to sidetrack Bobby's narrative, which you and I need to talk, Bobby. I'm not exactly thrilled that you snuck off last night. I mean, you're a grown man, but if something happened to you, we wouldn't have had a clue.
I understand.
What did you tell us why you went back?
Honestly,
I mean, I understand that you apparently had some recognition or something, but I mean, why did you go back to Dr. Khafour in the first place?
I wanted to talk to him about magic.
Okay.
And honestly,
Thank you for your honesty.
and beyond that, I was looking for a way to heal what's been done to my arm besides just burning it off. Which honestly,
did he have anything for that?
yes and no.
Hopefully something better than fire.
Well, one of them was basically like, well, maybe have you been tracking it? Have you been making sure it's not growing?
Have you?
No, I hadn't even thought of that. And so now I'm a little bit paranoid about that because they're like, well, what happens if you burn? You know, it'd be an interesting experiment to cut it off and see what grows back.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, I don't exactly want to experiment with my arm at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
there's one person that said that.
Well, you know what we should at least do, Bobby?
And start tracking the
is you
size
should-
of it. Yeah.
You should take a photo of it with something for scale, and then keep track and
Or-
see if it's
or-
Or
growing.
better yet, I'm
Here.
gonna grab a fountain pen
I was
and be
just-
like, "Here, give me your arm."
No, I have an oil marker or something in my bag. I'll go get it because I sketch. So I have
We
something.
can draw a big circle around it. And
I'm gonna
track
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna outline it with a circle. I'm gonna draw the bounds of it, and hopefully this doesn't irritate your skin
Yeah.
too much.
The other thing that one of them said they could do, and this
more
is
than the skills.
Yeah, this is something that I'm a little bit leery of, and I think I am justified in that, is they said they could counteract it magically, like do some sort of healing. It would, unfortunately, they said that it would be incredibly painful and very draining because they say I'd be out of commission for 2 days.
2 days
Well, if it's
is
not bothering you, I don't see that we need it that urgently.
well. Honestly, Aaron, if he risked his safety to go and talk to somebody, I feel like it's bothering him.
Well, yeah, it's
mean, I
bothering
don't-
him, but I mean, can we afford for him to be out of commission if we need to make a fast getaway from some cultists, though?
Exactly. And not only that, I'm useful right now. I never thought in a million years that I would be fighting cultists or, defending people. But I'm useful right now. And while I'm useful, I don't want to be out of commission. Does that make sense?
Well, here's
Yeah.
the deal. Is we've still been talking about going to Darwin, Australia. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
eventually.
can we wrap up what we're doing here, do the procedure, get on a boat? You have days and days on the boat that you could recover and get back up to par.
It's possible. And, maybe. But right now, I was like, we don't know where. We got to take care of whatever we're taking care of here first, which for all I know means this one guy with the cotton farm or whatever, that he's in deep and we're going to be in a fight. Or even,
If we go, right.
yeah, and or even worse, we already know that cult is here in town, and what if they come after us? I mean, this is their place. We are in their yard now.
I 100% agree, which brings me to my call that we should probably consider heading out of town. The more that we learn about, I mean, just the fact that the Pinhue Foundation and that Martin butt kisser that we met yesterday is in town, and he knows where. He at least knows that we're here, and he knows, which we still have a lunch meeting today, don't we?
No, that was.
Did we already do that?
No, I thought we still had
You guys have a couple of days still on
Oh,
that
we
one.
still have a couple
Yeah.
days?
There's like 3 days out from when he got back to Cairo.
Sorry, our table just shook. I guess it's a cat. Go away. No, don't come over here. This is the smallest area on the table. Hi. Go over there.
But the kitty wants to be in the stream.
He does. He does.
Hey, it works. We're in Egypt. Cats are
Oh, don't step on the.
important to
you could
Egypt.
take us off stream.
Emperor
Okay,
Solomon.
okay. Oh. Sorry, he just planted his butt right on my keyboard, and there are hot buttons in this. In my
Yeah.
streaming software.
Oh, there are some hot buttons happening.
And then when I grabbed him, whoo, he grabbed onto me.
Extremely derailed by
Anyway.
Kite.
So
Rumtree
also
is a dog person.
keep in mind that you also have some pyramids you could investigate.
Yeah, no,
That would give you a more of a clue as to what happened here, which might lead you to where,
yeah,
or at least why.
we discussed that while you were absent.
Oh, okay,
A
okay.
little bit.
Yeah, we're trying not to die.
That's a solid plan. I don't know if it'll work, but it's a plan.
So, Bobby,
Yeah.
so you found Dr. Khafour. I mean, we found him knowledgeable, but when he was talking about magic, did you find him
Look, I was
sane? I mean, he wasn't
much more sane than when we talked to him earlier,
I
honestly.
thought he was going to say much more sane than us, and I was like,
No,
wait a second.
honestly, more sane than, when we talked to him earlier, I was slightly worried he was a little unhinged.
right.
Just a
Well,
little.
yeah, I got that impression as well.
And,
I mean, I think we all did. Can we be honest?
but no, he's actually doing his best. I mean,
Well,
he's,
the reason I asked, I'd like to go back because when we were at the that's a couple of episodes ago, the house.
Yeah, the miser house.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
we were at the miser house.
There's that. All right.
Hey,
All
sorry
right,
about
sorry
that.
about that.
Yeah, technical difficulties. Internets are stupid.
Yeah, for some reason it just petered out for a second, but it looks like everything is back up and running. All right. Apologies on behalf of Tomball.
So before we dropped, you asked me for a spot hidden roll, Matt.
Yes, can you give me a spot hidden?
I got a 43, so that is just a regular success.
Okay. So you pull the vial out, and you're like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. There's a worm in the vial.
Yeah.
There is.
Well, I have two vials. I picked up two
yeah,
from there.
the one you notice that the liquid is cloudy in both of them, as it was when you first picked. Or no, I'm sorry. These are metal. These are
Yeah.
metal vials. These are not
Yeah.
even
Yeah,
like
we
see through.
can't see him.
You can feel something shift in one of them. Let's say that
You.
Grody.
you hadn't felt it before.
And also, while we're talking about secret things, do you think we should give the snake juice over to Dr. Khafour for him to study and see if there's anything that we can glean from that?
Remind me what you guys are calling snake juice.
It's the
was
syringe.
the
it's
stuff that we got
syringe
from the
in,
artist.
in the artist's house. There was a syringe kit that had a green liquid
Oh, okay, yeah,
in a
okay.
vial and a syringe, and I have been keeping that.
I need
One
to go
second.
look up what that actually
Did you
is.
put
'cause I
her
don't-
away?
yeah.
She is barking.
Okay, see it.
Sorry. We're having animal issues now. We can't take the animals over because my mother-in-law is sick.
No.
Yeah, so that's what we're calling snake juice.
Okay.
But really, it's
I just wanted to clarify that it wasn't something else.
No.
yeah, no, it's the
I think that was the name of that episode as well.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but it was something about snake juice. But I had something to say before the internet kaputzed, and I don't recall what it was, so we're not going to worry about it. Okay. I know what it was. Did you mention any of the things that we have to them?
Nah,
Okay.
no. Quite frankly,
Okay, well, I appreciate your at least discretion.
they know me. To some extent, they know something more about their enemies, like who to avoid.
Well, that'd be nice.
But the thing is that for the most part, I didn't want to pull them in too deeply because I think this is one of those situations where they live here. This is where they are rooted. It's like I don't even want to go see Dr. Khafour because I don't want them to think that he's a resource for us and put his life or any other rest of their lives in danger right now. I mean, if they, I just don't.
Well, I understand that, Bobby, but the issue is we have met so few allies on this journey and we're going to have to meet them at some point if someone's going to do some sort of thing on you to get rid of the... I'm just saying, I appreciate that. I think we all appreciate that we all want to stay anonymous, but the four of us have been nothing close to anonymous for the last few weeks, and our names are already going to be out there. A cursory search of you, and if they have any ability to to track you, they're going to find us.
Yeah.
Because our names are associated now.
Yes, but we've all, I mean, my feeling is we've all kind of accepted that we're in this danger.
We have, and I don't necessarily want to involve somebody else, but if we need information, we need to be able to call on somebody.
I mean, let's just be honest. Everybody knows we're here. I think we can safely assume that while Dr. Khafour is not directly involved in this, that the cult probably has a good idea of who he is and what he believes and supports, and would know that he would act against them.
Okay. Well,
Yes, we're putting some people in danger, but I think everybody's in danger at this point.
Well, let's finish up our investigations as we can here. Then, when Bobby wants to deal with the scales, we will involve the Englishmen. I don't want to call them by their name in impolite company, because I don't want to give even their name away. I've never heard of them, and I do know some people in certain circles, and I just know some people that are familiar with some things like this, and I've never heard of them, and I don't want to accidentally say anything in front of anyone else.
I don't know what to say. I don't mind. I'll tell you who I met. I don't
No,
want.
you don't have to. Let's just figure out what we're going to do today. We have 2 days until we meet the other gentleman, right? Honestly, if we're not going to call them up right now and have a meeting with them, then we're wasting time talking about it at this point. I'm glad to know that we have allies out there, but they're not really allies until they can help us. So, and they can't do that right now. So what are we looking at next?
So we've got a couple of days before we meet with, it was Henry Clive, correct?
Yeah, Henry Clive.
Yeah, so we've got a couple.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, we've got a couple of days to meet him. Before we meet him, I mean, do we want, where do we want to go?
I'm looking at my crappy mappy. Just a second. There it is. So I'm thinking.
I mean, well, let's just discuss that. Are we going to meet with him? Are we going? I think we're aware that it's going to be a trap.
Well, we already discussed that. We discussed
Right.
changing the location last minute, so
Right.
that if his security gentleman had other plans, unless we don't, I mean,
I'm less worried about his security gentleman than I am being swarmed over by a bunch of cultists.
well, yeah, but I think that his security gentleman is going to be the tie to that.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, I kind of expect another thing like that one club in New York. No, that was in London. Yeah.
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 It's gonna.
This-
Did we confirm that Martin Winfield or whatever his name was? Did we confirm that he was part of the cult? Did somebody confirm that you?
Well, I think we confirmed that he is definitely outside the loop of everything. He's just being used, from what we can tell.
Oh, is that what we confirmed? I thought we confirmed that he was actually in the cult of the Bloody Tongue or something.
Winfield's the guy that was kind of out of it, right?
No, Winfield was the jerk.
Oh no, Winfield. Okay, he was the jerk that was tossing his weight around.
Yeah.
I thought we confirmed that he has been here doing that kind of junk for a while, and likely.
Oh yeah, did Khafour know him?
Yeah.
Or was it
So
this-
just to touch on that, because I know that we play every 2 weeks and it's been a little bit.
It has been.
You have confirmed nothing about Martin Winfield other than he is definitely attached to the Pinhew Foundation.
That's it? Okay.
But that's enough
That's
for
it.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, you assumed a lot of things from the way he was acting, and I don't think they were unfair assumptions.
Well, I for
But-
some reason I thought somebody had confirmed either in the special episode with Bobby or otherwise that and that could just be
in the
me
special
misremembering.
episodes, they were aware of Dr. Clive, and that Winfield was kind of a young, aggressive member of the expedition, probably trying to prove himself.
Okay.
But yeah, is so far out of the loop that he doesn't know that that the Pinhew Foundation is on lockdown, basically.
Well, and nobody may know that here yet.
Right.
So that you know, who knows?
Yeah, that's why we don't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, well, honestly, we do know though that it's the body of Nitocris that was stolen, right? That went missing.
Yes.
And we know
That is a heavy assumption so far. There's no proof that it is her body because you've not been able to prove it.
Sure, but that's what they
given
thought
everything
it was.
you know, it's a solid assumption. Yeah.
Okay, because Clive thought it was the body of Nitocris as well, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's all I'm asking. I know that we have
yeah.
no proof of anything in this, but it's all it's all.
And refresh my memory
Cosmic,
from
but-
4 weeks ago. Nitocris was the one that just disappeared. There's no tracks of the 2-ton
Right.
sarcophagus being drug away or anything like that.
Right.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, I mean, if we don't want to talk to Clive, we don't have to. But if we're going to investigate these, pyramids, we do have some traveling to do. And we'd have the guy on the cotton plantation. But
I mean, is it necessary to go poke that hornet's nest with the guy at the cotton plantation? I got the impression that
I don't even know what we need there at this point.
the only reason, we found his name from Faraz Nazir, right?
Yeah.
yep, he was involved in some of the items that were shipped.
And Warren Bassart told us about him. Omar Shakti. I just have
Some of the
his name.
stuff that went from Shakti to the Pinyu Foundation.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
And
So,
it was acquired at the request of Roger Carlyle.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we just go poke around at the pyramids. If it starts to look shady or weird, we get your ritual done and we leave. I don't particularly want to stay in Cairo forever.
Well, I'm just like, yeah, and I agree entirely with that. I'm just trying to figure out what we would have needed from this guy in the first place, unless there is even a slightest
He
chance.
might know why. He was the one who had the items that Carlyle wanted.
And I'm wondering.
Which doesn't give us any connections to whether or not he's bad. He just had some relics that Carlyle wanted to buy. I mean, we've got no direct ties to show his involvement other than he sold some artifacts, which
Keeper.
isn't
Yeah, he's
that
involved.
odd.
He's involved with people who are in the
Keeper,
cults.
did we talk to Dr. Khafour about Omar Shakti?
Not that I remember at all.
Mm-mm.
I don't think so either.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I want to make sure that
No.
I'm not.
Yeah, Dr. Khafour was mainly a discussion about the Black Pharaoh and the things around that.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds good. All right,
So,
next. What do we do now? So it's still morning, right?
yeah. No, the only thing I was going to say is with that guy, if there's a chance he could possibly tell us where, and here's my thing. I'm figuring that coffin or whatever, that mummy's gone. Maybe he was involved in wherever it got shipped. But I think that's a long shot.
Well, I'm going to be 100% honest. If we're going to accept that there are magics and things like that, as we have seen proven, then I'm going to assume that magics have something to do with that thing being missing. If what Clive told us was accurate and there are no tracks and no evidence of how it was removed, we can assume that it's some sort of supernatural occurrence that has made this go missing. And I don't know. The fact that we found an ally at all makes me feel like we have hit our limit on good people in Cairo.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this guy's going to be a good guy.
Well,
No,
that's
and
what I'm
honestly,
trying to say.
I mean,
just don't feel like
out of
he's-
character, reviewing my notes, the only connection I have is they obtained relics from Omar Shakti. Therefore we speculated that he was might be part of the Brotherhood. But that was the extent
But
of it.
that's
So
it was
I
speculation.
don't-
We don't
yeah.
really know that. We just know there's some
that's what I'm
sort of.
saying. As a group, we speculated that he would have some association with it.
He's
But
just a collector.
And
Yeah,
a
he
very
could be.
wealthy person.
Potentially, he's a collector. Keeper, I'm gonna write in my letter. I've got a letter going to Claudius, and I'm going to mention the name Omar Shakti to him.
Okay.
Since he's a shipping fellow.
Sure.
Let's see here. Sorry, my scribbled notes are scribbled. Yep, Nitocris was bad. Bloody Tongue is also bad. El Lazrif was nuts.
Everything is bad and crazy.
Or Al Lazif. Yeah, so do we want to look at either the collapsed pyramid, or no, the collapsed pyramid is where Clive is. Do we want to look at the bent pyramid or the red pyramid? I mean, the red pyramid we know we have an artifact from.
The
Right,
bent and the bent and red are going to both put you in Dusher either way.
Yeah,
The
so
collapse is in a different area, but those two will put you in the same location.
Yeah,
and
sure.
so we'd have to go past but we just to make sure I'm understanding the direction, we would need to go past Memphis where the Clive expedition is to get to Dashur. Correct?
Let me double check the map.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll be.
No, that's fine. I'm just. This is Roxanne wants to understand her notes, and so
Yeah,
she's
no, I
asking a
understand.
question.
She's-
I don't
because
care.
which-
We could pass, Coney Island on the way. I just want to know where we're
Yes,
going.
if so, you would have to go past the ruins of Memphis to get to Dusher.
Okay.
And which pyramid was it that Penhew and everybody went into?
So we're live again. We'll see how
Hey!
long. We'll see how
There we
long that
go.
lasts. Sorry, everybody. I don't
Yeah.
know what is even going on.
Something weird deep in the heart of
Our-
Texas.
Our internet is just
Yeah.
taking a day off, which, you know what? It's social isolated as much as the rest of us have. I don't understand why it's having an issue.
Is
Yeah.
everybody in your neighborhood streaming something now?
Probably the TV's off in the front room, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've checked
Okay, good.
everything now.
So let's assume that you guys decided to go to.
We're headed
Dashur.
to Dashur, yeah. So we're getting a boat.
Are we sure about Dashur?
We're as sure as we can be.
About
Never be
Dashur?
too sure.
Oh, all right. Now that the puns are out of the way, let me get to the thing where it describes that. That would be helpful, Matt. Not just looking at the map.
John hadn't even gotten started, so we can't be done with the puns.
Oh,
No, we're done.
I,
We're done.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
good.
done.
We don't have that kind of time. So here we go. In Dashur, there are two pyramids: the red pyramid and the bent pyramid.
Let's start with the red, since we have the piece of it. Maybe by some strange coincidence we can find the other piece of it.
Dalphus, you know that the red pyramid was originally faced with pinkish limestone and and now it has kind of faded some, and then some of that outer limestone has come off as well. So the red pyramid, both are guarded by the Egyptian military.
They don't run tours for Americans.
No,
like
they
us.
do not.
Darn.
I'm sure that can be worked out. The red pyramid itself, from a quick look, because the military doesn't keep you from looking around. It keeps you from trying to go inside or crawl over top of it, if that makes sense.
Okay, so they're there to protect it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
If we were planning to go and look at them, I guess I could have made a call or reached out to like the Ministry of Antiquities or something to try to make arrangements.
You
for
could
us
have done that. That's definitely a thing that you could do. Do you want to do that?
Yes, if we're wanting to go look at the pyramids, I would do that to try to arrange for us to be able
Sure.
to have access.
We at least want to get pretty close to it, and I'd hate to
Sure.
have. the
Some sort of field agent meets you out there. Somebody to go with you to make sure you don't disturb anything, but they give you have the access you need, assuming that you make the appropriate donations to the correct areas. Essentially, they need you to grease the wheels of bureaucracy. This isn't necessarily a
Sure.
you got to fill out the
Dusher.
forms and pay the fines and whatnot.
Sure,
Um,
Dusher.
What
Sure.
you see about the red pyramid is that the capstone is definitely missing completely.
That's
after
not
a
entirely.
cursory-
I was gonna say that's
no?
not entirely uncommon, though, is it? Because isn't
No.
the capstone is
Um,
missing off the Great Pyramid as well, I believe.
I think so as well. However, if you guys remember, which you probably would as characters, something was said about Dashur being protected by that piece of stone you have.
Yes.
Yeah, Dr. Khafour was really emphatic about that.
Yeah, and it looks like it could have been the capstone for the Red Pyramid, now that you're looking at it, because it would match the same coloring of the limestone.
Sure.
So it looks like it used to be there and now is no longer, and you might have part of it with you. The Red Pyramid does not have any internal chamber, or has internal chambers that have not been opened, so they haven't done anything with them. However, after looking over the Red Pyramid, there's not a lot there.
Okay.
It's mostly sealed still, and they've left it alone. No one has done any digging yet.
Okay.
The Bent Pyramid, the entrance exists on the north and the west side. The north entrance, it's known, leads to a funerary chamber reputedly for Stefaru, although there was no mummy found there or furnishings. The west door is unguarded, but there's a wooden barricade that blocks the passage.
You said the left or the west?
West.
So the north one led to the burial chamber.
The north one led to a burial chamber that's essentially empty. Do you want? Do you already? Well, it's reported to be empty. You guys have not been inside. Do you want to go inside the north door or try and go in the west door?
West is open but blocked.
West is blocked.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
I mean, what now?
I said we have no idea what's there.
Right.
And this is the pyramid that Penhew and everybody went into and disappeared. No,
correct.
That was the
yes. Yeah. No, this is it.
That was the red one?
No, the bent
one.
Oh, we're in the bent? I thought we were in the red one.
The red one is still sealed.
The red one is still sealed. The bent one has been explored, and the bent pyramid is the one. They disappeared in Dusher. It's assumed they went to the bent pyramid, dude, and that's what happened.
Okay, so all of these doors that you've been talking about are in the bent pyramid. My apologies. Audio is cutting out here and there for us.
That's okay. Not a big deal.
All right, so we are in the bent pyramid. So yeah, and we are inside it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No. Do you guys want to go on the north side where people have, where there are guards and they'll let you in, or do you want to go on the west side?
If we, with this letter or approval or whatever that Dalphus was attempting to get, if we can get into the unguarded door, that is where I would prefer to go.
Okay. Yeah. So the western door, you enter it. A passage. Here we go. Leads to a false funerary chamber, roughly in the center of the pyramid. The chamber is devoid of artifacts, though there are two remarkably thick alabaster column stands. No, columns. Okay. Two remarkably thick alabaster columns stand at the rear of the room. Here we go. Can I get everybody to give me a luck roll?
I'm feeling lucky.
Well, that was a good roll. Let's see if it's good enough.
I need to sing before my rolls a little more. That's a success.
No success for me.
I got a 16 under 57.
Fantastic. So before we go any further, as a reminder, you do have this guy from the Egyptian government with you. While
Zayed, or are we talking about somebody else?
No, just a unknown, nameless NPC.
Oh, okay.
So, but he is there in the room.
It gets us past the military, right?
Yeah. Bobby and Jewell, the two of you notice that the column on the right seems to contain a door.
Like we see like an outline or something?
You could feel an outline where there is a definite difference between the surface of the column and what seems to be an outline of a door. It's narrow, and Roxy, honestly, given Jewel's size and her stoutness, it'll be a little tight for you to get through. but also it's not exactly like the tunnels into this place were super thick or super wide anyway. They're all pretty. It's all been pretty tight.
Jewell may be broad-shouldered, but she can weave her way in and out of clothing racks. She can do it here as well.
Okay.
So
do you want to open the door?
Does the unnamed NPC from the British consulate seem like he is very concerned with anything in this room?
No, he's been looking around at the room. He doesn't seem all that impressed. From your conversation earlier, it's clear that he has some knowledge. He's not an archaeologist, but he does have archaeological knowledge. This is his job, is to push papers for the Ministry of Antiquities. So he's not he's not in the know about everything, but he knows enough that he'll know if he sees something worthwhile.
I would know this, or Jewell would know this, but I do not know. Which one of you gentlemen looks the strongest?
Not me.
Is it Aaron?
Probably.
Then Aaron, come over here. I mean, is Dalphus? Can you just come look at this as well? Is there anything else on this column, like any inscriptions or anything like that?
None that you see. No. You're pretty confident that you can get the door open. The mechanism is basically you push it in hard enough and it'll pop out.
Oh, like a spring-loaded thing.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. All right. Well.
You want me to give it a shove, Jewell?
Yeah, or at least help me do it. Yeah.
So you give a push on it. There is the opening has 20 steps up, or steps that lead up in a narrow ascent. Can't see much past that, but you can see steps up, and that it goes up and deeper into the pyramid.
So are we talking like a spiral staircase continuing up the column, or are these against a wall?
No, these are inside the wall.
Okay.
The column was against the back of the room. These are going to be in the wall,
heading
that
into
back
the pyramid.
wall.
Okay.
The Egyptian walks over, shines his torch, his flashlight in there. So this is very, very interesting. We will need to proceed very cautiously while we go in deeper.
Oh, caution's our middle name.
Yeah, thank you.
I thought it was paranoia.
That's Bobby.
That's Bobby's middle name.
Bobby Boom Boom Paranoia Blackwood is what we call him.
So are you guys going to ascend the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, the Egyptologist wants to go up the stairs.
Lead the way, Dalphus.
Who's going first?
I will.
Dalphus.
Okay, I need you to roll intelligence.
Okay.
You can do it. You're smart.
35.
Nice.
Okay, so the steps, there are 20 steps. They lead up to a series of ramps that then sort of kind of spiral up from what you can tell. By the time you come to the chamber, which I'll describe here in a second, you're pretty sure you're just below the capstone. You're at the very top of the pier. An asymmetrical arch signals the entrance into what looks like a throne room. Who read Life as a God?
I believe
one of you did, because we read the passage out of it.
Yeah, I think
that was
the nutball guy. It was Crompton wrote that one.
Yeah. I have a feeling it was Aaron or Dalphus.
I think it was Dalphus. Were you the one that had who had the vision? Oh wait, did I read it?
I read the Liber Ivanis.
Did I read it? Which one did I read?
Yeah, I got to go back and look and see the name of the book I read.
Yeah.
Yeah. We read those books while we were on the boat.
Ship.
Yeah.
Crumbs. I didn't bring my fancy
Life
journal.
as a God.
And it's in there.
Handwritten, bound in human skin.
Yeah.
Did you read that one?
I think either that or the Pencotic manuscript.
Narcotic.
Yeah. So I'm thinking it was Aaron. I have a very strong feeling it was Aaron.
Did it talk
I could
about
be
the
wrong.
Chthonians in it?
No.
Because
No, but I read a passage.
Because Aaron and Bobby were the ones who read about the Chthonians.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in the Library of Honest.
Okay, then that
Or,
was...
I'm sorry, Selections delivered of all.
I
Right,
read
Bobby
one that
learned two
gave me a.
spells out of that.
I read one that gave me a spell. I think I might have read the Narcotic manuscripts.
All right, then Life as a God must have been the one I wrote.
Okay, well, excellent. Then give me another intelligence check.
All right.
If we're wrong, we'll just retcon it.
And Roxy, I'm going to need one of the handouts. I just need to find the number.
Okay.
17.
So, you remember reading Life as a God. You remember a specific passage that I'm going to get to. Handout number 19, Roxy.
Okay, I'm getting there.
So inside the room are 6 pillars. They are 5 foot high, topped with gems that look very alien. And you are reminded of this passage. Its angles were magnificent and most strange. By their hideous beauty, I was enraptured and enthralled. And I thought myself of the daylight fools who had judged the housing of this room as mistaken. I laughed for the glory they miss. When the 6 lights lit and the great words said, then he came in all his grace and splendor of the higher planes. I longed to sever my veins so that my life might flow into his being and make part of me a god.
Ah, yes, it all comes back to me now.
I need everyone to give me
It's all
sanity
coming
checks.
back to me now. That is not gonna make it, I know already.
51.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I did not make that one.
I did not make it. How much more do I lose now, Matthew?
You don't lose anything.
Oh, sorry, I didn't make it either.
So if you failed, you feel a compulsion to light the pillars and sit on the throne. Whether or not you follow through, that is up to you. However, the gentleman with you takes out his lighter and approaches one of the pillars.
Whoa! What is he doing?
Give me, all 4 of you, give me a spot hidden. The throne itself is carved of black obsidian and is encrusted with precious stones. The chair rests on the floor, above the floor on a step dais.
I got an extreme success.
I got a
on the
regular
spot hidden.
success.
And success.
Finally rolled a 10.
Are you just?
I'm going to finish describing the room real quick and then we'll touch that. Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm too busy looking at other stuff to care.
Yeah, raised inscriptions cover the wall behind the throne, glyphs partly of the Cthulhu mythos and partly Egyptian in origin. Dalphus, since you can read Egyptian hieroglyphs, right?
Yep.
You feel like you might be able to translate what's said there, but you're not positive. And then the wall to the left of the throne holds 2 bas-reliefs, a large star chart, and a smaller depiction of specific planetary positions in the solar system. Formidable-looking astrological symbols ring the latter relief. We'll touch on that a little bit more. Touch on that later. And then on the wall to the right of the throne is a distorted map of Eurasia, Africa, Australia, and the Pacific, the Western Pacific. Mountains, rivers, and continental outlines are easily recognized. No cities or nations are shown. An elongated triangle is formed by 3 uncut rubies, respectively marking points in the eastern China Sea, central Kenya, and western Australia. Because the decorative map is inaccurate, precise locations cannot be determined.
Those places were marked by 3
What was
uncut
that?
rubies.
Yes. An inlaid ebony band marks an arc crossing the Indian Ocean.
Is there a handout for this?
No. That would be great, but no. Basically, there's just a giant triangle running from somewhere in Kenya to somewhere in Western Australia to somewhere in the East China Sea.
Well, if Jewell continues to have her wits about her, she's going to stop that man
No, that's fine. So the ones
and-
of you that got your spot hidden,
Yes.
the man's eyes, and obviously Dalphus, there's too much here for you. That's probably why you failed. There's a lot going on here, and your archaeologist mind was like, "Ooh, look at all of this."
Yeah.
What you didn't notice, and I think everybody else did, is that the man's eyes have glazed. He is not. No words are coming out, but he is mouthing something. He does not seem to be in control of himself.
Okay, if possible, I would like to grab him and shove a handkerchief in his mouth.
That's as you kind of grab him, he pushes and tries to reach past you. You are stout enough to hold him, but he is trying to light the lighter and touch one of the gems.
I don't think we should let him touch anything.
Well, then help me, Aaron.
All right, I'm gonna try and knock the lighter out of his hand.
Yeah, get the lighter away from.
When you do you knock it out of his hand or take it?
Take it.
Just take it.
Crumbs. The street.
So we are officially back. So here's where we're at. You guys have officially stopped this guy from doing anything. He is fighting against you, but there's two of you. There's no reason that you can't hold him off.
Who else failed their? Okay, so when we failed our sanity check, we just have the impulsion to go to the throne and light the candles and sit on the throne, but we can ignore that.
Yes. Now that Shawn is holding the lighter, he feels that compulsion gets stronger. It doesn't change his ability to stop himself from doing it. It's just that you have something that can light it on fire in your hand. So why wouldn't you?
Can I fight the urge and toss it down the stairs that we just came up, or down the ramp right through the entryway?
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely can.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss the lighter away.
So David, can you give me a hieroglyphs roll?
Sure. $31 under 50.
Okay, so what you see on the wall, there it is, is a story about the impending birth of the child of Nyarlathotep within the mountain of the Black Wind. The date is vague. However, it seems to be soon. You would have to check astronomy charts, because it references some comets and some other stellar phenomena that you're not, or it's like you kind of know when Halley's Comet comes around, sort of. Like, you couldn't tell us the day it's going to show up next, but you're pretty sure that this is within the next 5 to 10 months that this should happen. The prophecy further foresees the vast destruction. That vast destruction heralds the great birth though the nature of destruction is unstated. From the way it talks about it, you would guess maybe some sort of explosion. It could be man-made, though. It doesn't necessarily have to be natural, like an earthquake or something. Does anybody have astronomy?
No, but I am definitely taking pictures of everything.
Okay, can you roll photography for me?
Yep.
And then tell me what you get compared to your roll.
Find where my skill went.
It's in alphabetical order.
Oh, I know, but photography is not on the sheet.
It would be under
Under
art.
art. There
Art
it
and
is.
craft.
That is a 48 out of 71.
Okay.
So just a regular.
Success. But he
Okay.
won. Yeah.
Did
Can I
you
get
pass your
also
sanity?
getting a
No, I did
cult
not.
roll from everyone?
Ooh.
Colt.
Oh my god, I succeeded. I rolled
I
a
did-
24 under 25.
I rolled a 33 under 48, so I succeeded as well.
I didn't.
I have just a normal success.
You should have the
Okay.
most occult out of both of
I
us, don't
know.
you?
Yeah.
So if you succeeded on your occult roll, the map, or I'm sorry, the astronomy wall suggests you're pretty sure that the date when all of the planetary configuration will match is January 14th, 1926. So we're talking like 10 months from now, give or take. No one has astronomy though?
No.
No.
I do. While
Would
We're down again
We're
on
down
natural
again,
world?
yeah.
Oh, yep, we're down.
We're down again.
crap.
Oh, back up.
Back up.
We're back up. Keep going. Natural world would not. What now?
I was gonna say. Well, go ahead and answer his question. I'm doing
Natural
a roleplay thing.
world would not. However, I would let intelligence add a penalty, and then you would have to get a hard success.
Okay, I can do that.
And
So-
anybody can do that. That's fine.
A natural
Does the
world
penalty
with a
mean you
penalty
roll
die?
2 of the percentiles? Is that
You'll
how that
roll
works?
2 of the percentile and take the higher.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 66, so yeah, that's just a normal success.
What is my
Okay.
natural world? Oh, dang. I actually made my
Okay.
natural world. Oh, dang. I actually made pretty good rolls, but my higher roll was 31, but I only have a 10.
Were you rolling natural world or were you rolling intelligence?
Oh, were we rolling intelligence?
You were, yeah.
Sweet.
If there wasn't a penalty enforced, I got a 16, but the other one was a 60,
Yeah.
so got to go with the higher.
I got a 21 and a 31, and so either one are a hard success.
Fantastic. Did anybody else get a hard success?
It's really close. Oh, I could spend luck on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. How many luck would I need to spend? 6. Is that right? What is it? It's got to be to 45 and roll to 51. So yeah, I'd have to spend 6 points of luck. Maybe we'll do that.
You can. I don't know that it's worth it. Since Roxy got it, you don't need it.
All right.
Yeah. So Jewell, you remember reading in an almanac that on January 14th, 1926, there should be a full solar eclipse that races across the Indian Ocean within that triangle.
Okay. I take note of that. I see Dalphus very engrossed in this hieroglyph, and we are still trying. Is this man fighting against us at all, or are we just kind of holding him?
He is fighting. There are 2 of you pretty solidly holding him.
Okay. But he's
So
he's
he
still
doesn't have a
trying
whole
to
lot of
move.
chance to get away.
Okay. Dolphus, Bobby, please.
What?
Understand, Dolphus. This man is behaving strangely. I need you to focus. I understand that you can read this, and I'm sure this is all very interesting to you. But I need. What
Is he
are
trying
you
to
seeing?
light it?
This guy
Yes.
is like off his rocker. He wants to
Jeez.
touch the gems.
What are the things? The gems. What are they on?
They're on each corners of a triangle on this map.
No.
Oh.
Those are different
gems on the 5 pillars?
There are alien gems on top of these pillars.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What are the pillars made out of?
Alien material.
Hold on.
The columns
Doesn't
downstairs.
say. Regular old pillars.
The pillars downstairs were alabaster. Say they're alabaster.
Yeah, these are definitely not alabaster. They're
don't
the
say they're
same limestone.
Limestone.
Yeah.
How big around are they?
Not super big around, so maybe basketball sized.
That's good.
And
Son.
you said about 5 feet tall.
They are exactly 5 feet tall.
What does it matter, Bobby?
Do you want me to try break one?
No.
Okay.
I don't want you to touch it at all.
Yeah, let's all stay away from the pillars. I don't know about you guys, but
He's
ever
actually.
since we've come into this,
I
since we've come into this room, I want to touch it, and I'm doing my best
And I do
not
too,
to.
and I don't want to go there. So can we just please
Yeah.
back away from this
Let-
area? Can we just please
yeah.
back away from this
Let's
area?
drag him out of here because he's acting like he's got a spell
Do
on
you
him.
do you come with us, Dolphus, or are you staying?
Oh yeah, no, I'd come over there.
Because you
Mm,
passed
no,
your
as you
sanity
guys-
check, right?
As you guys,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
As you guys begin to leave, you hear in a deep, booming voice, The old ones shall come hence. All shall tremble before their awful might. And the archway is now just a wall. You can see the archway itself, but there's stone there instead of an opening.
So the one we came through is now stone.
Yes.
Okay, so you
and
said...
as you kind of look around the room to see what else is going on, there is a man sitting on the throne.
So you said the old ones shall come hence, and they...
The old ones shall come hence. All shall tremble before their awful might.
Okay. All shall tremble.
Can you all give me a spot hidden as well?
Yep. At least a success.
Let me see. That is a regular success for me.
It's a hard success for me.
Did you get it, Dalphus? I'm sorry.
Nope, not for me.
Okay. So the three of you notice that there are arcane symbols along the border of the map. They shimmer in your mind, and the words that were said are in the symbols. So it's like your mind has translated
the arcane
language. Yeah. But as soon as the language, or as soon as you notice it and start to realize it, it stops and it's just the arcane markings again.
Okay. What does the man look like? Do we recognize him? Is there light in here?
He appears as an Egyptian man from Egyptian times, along with the kind of conical hat. Can I get a sanity check from Lockhart and Rumtree?
I did not make it.
My sanity.
What do I do?
I got an 8, so I succeeded.
So if you succeed, you lose 1. If you failed, you lose 2. If you fail, you lose a D6. That's my mistake.
Okay, that's fine.
So I lost 1 or 2. I'm sorry.
1.
You lost 1.
Cool.
As you two see this man, you realize it is that you saw in the basement at the house, that miser house. You saw a bust of the Black Pharaoh.
Oh.
This is the Black Pharaoh.
Okay, I think I had a break.
Oh, okay.
Because I lost 6 and I only had 23. So I lost.
We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that. There's a lot going on. We'll deal with that momentarily. So you realize that this is the Black Pharaoh. Also, you note that the three of you that got spot checks, to the left and the right of him, the air itself boils and bends.
Gross.
Right. And then you all four hear unearthly music, kind of taunting you and disappointing you. And the smell of death permeates the room.
This music is
I
so
find that music to be disappointing.
This music is disappointing. You call yourself
Spotify,
a king.
give me a better playlist.
Yeah, Pandora has failed you.
All right.
Nefren Ka. Or whoever you are.
Guys.
Is that the Black... No, that's not the Black Pharaoh.
You say that out loud?
Yeah.
He stands, says, "I am the Black Pharaoh.
Oh, great.
You may also address me as Nyarlathotep." He doesn't speak English. The words you're hearing and the lips that are moving do not match.
Okay, so this is a Day of Pentecost sort of situation here, guys.
Kinda,
And this
yeah.
man just showed up out of nowhere.
Yeah, the door blocked.
He was out of the chair, probably.
Yeah, he was.
Did anybody touch a gem? What the heck happened?
And he just said that he is Nyarlathotep, the Black Pharaoh.
I am Nyarlathotep. He told you you could address him as Nyarlathotep.
It's mighty presumptuous of you. Although if I'm having a break, I'm probably
No. You could do whatever. We'll deal with the sometimes stressful situations cause your mind to hold on long enough, and then afterwards you cry yourself to sleep.
Okay, I do pull a weapon.
Okay.
Bullets may
probably
not
would
help,
too.
and Jewell says this. She goes, "Aaron, bullets may not help, but I feel like," or was it you who said that, Bobby?
I said that.
I'm gonna say, "Feel like," or was it you who said that, Bobby?
I said that.
I'm gonna say, "I don't care if bullets help. I'm gonna fire off a round from my 10 gauge."
Okay.
This just went sideways.
You hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Does it go through him?
No,
Or it actually
it hits him.
The guy is still in. This guy is still with us, though, right? The other guy.
Yes.
Okay.
He has stopped moving and is plastered against the wall in fear.
Okay.
Good. You stay there.
Damage on my 10 gauge is this. Okay. 10.
Okay. You hit him with a slug, kind of not center chest, kind of below into the gut, and it goes through him, and then the skin itself kind of reforms, almost like in Fringe when the mouth closes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
where
about.
like the skin just grows back over it.
Okay.
He touches it. He says, "Stop." The four of you have been presumptuous enough to fight my powers. Stop or face my wrath. And he points at the man against the wall. A beam leaves his hand, and as it touches the man, his skin begins to age and melt away from his body. And the man screams in pain. I would need another sanity check from all four of you.
I'll pass it again.
Failed.
Good.
Okay. What do we lose?
You'll lose 3 if you fail, or if you succeeded. You lose a d6 if you failed.
We lose 3 or we lose a D3?
3.
3. A set number 3.
Wow. So if you fail, you have a chance of doing better than if you succeeded?
Yes.
Yep, that happens
crazy.
sometimes.
Wow.
Don't worry. You D3 is better than what I rolled.
He kind of sits.
Direction.